Today on Hidden Secrets Revealed Live. Haters of Bitcoin ambushed as Bitcoin hits new all-time high. Copium unfounded for those who struggle with Bitcoin being pristine money. They are mistakenly not going to make it. What are the top 5 ways to cope with not owning Bitcoin? HSRL is a production of SAFENEW.MEDIA. Before you keep watching, I want to share with you my why. Is that cool with you guys? With your permission, I started my podcast to cope with imposter syndrome and ended up building a business. Now I help others find their voice and turn it into a creative asset, which inspires me to share with you something new we cooked up. It's called the Anti-Impostor Podcast Starter Kit. Everything you need to start your podcast. Feel confident and sound amazing, even if you think you have no idea what you're doing. You can now get your copy free right now at SAFENEW.MEDIA. That's SAFENEW.MEDIA. Do you know the characteristics of a self-actualizer? You may be one. If you hold efficient perceptions of reality, you are correct and honest in the way you judge situations. You're alerted by the superficial and dishonest. You strive for self-fulfillment. You have unique characteristics. These characteristics give you an accurate perception of reality. You engage in meaningful pursuits outside of yourself. That's who this show is for. Self-actualizers, agents of progress. We are making the most of our lives. We don't go to work out of a necessity for a paycheck. We have meaning and purpose. HSRL is the only podcast of its kind right now on this subject, going live on X. Therefore, the most popular live stream podcast live right now on this subject, going live on X. It is not for you, sweetheart, if you take yourself too seriously. If you are a seeker, let me be your guide to discover accurate truth for yourself. Let me help you increase the quality and effectiveness of your life by revealing to you the hidden secrets of the universe. This show is specifically for those who are seeking new perspectives, fresh ideas, and a willingness to explore new possibilities. My intention is to help investors like you stay ahead of the curve and make the most out of emerging opportunities. Today on HSRL, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin hit an all-time high of $1,900 on May 21st, 2025. This new peak surpassed the previous all-time high set in January 2025, which was around $1,988,000. As we're recording this live on Wednesday, May 21st, 2025, we will look back at this and laugh at me. Hodlers, you can rejoice. We did it. We're rich, which is great since my portfolio is up, but it's not a glamorous life living in mom's basement eating instant ramen. Bitcoin's soaring because of strong inflows into spot Bitcoin ETFs. That means Wall Street figured out how to make money off your digital beanie babies. And they don't have to understand what blockchain is, right? And then there's the favorable regulatory development in the US. Yeah, the government's finally like, fine, we'll stop treating crypto like it's a drug deal in a dark alley. But here's the kicker. They're only cool with it now because they want to tax it harder than a middle class paycheck. You got suits in DC Googling, what is Bitcoin? While signing bills to regulate it. It's like your grandpa trying to set up a TikTok account. Clueless, but he's still going to do a cute dance and lip sync Nickelback. So Bitcoin hits $109,800. And hodlers are out here popping champagne like they're Elon Musk at a Tesla factory opening. But let's be real. The only thing higher than Bitcoin's price is the anxiety. Every dude who forgot his wallet password back in 2017 is having a bad day. They're out there digging through old hard drives like it's an archaeological expedition. It's like writing down your seed phrase on a bubblegum wrapper and then throwing it away by accident, which is better than throwing it away on purpose. But you know what's worse? Not owning any Bitcoin. The strongest argument against buying Bitcoin is this: Bitcoin lacks intrinsic value and functions as a speculative asset. They say the expectation that someone else will pay more for it in the future is what drives the price up. It's the greater fool theory. Unlike traditional investments, Bitcoin doesn't generate cash flow. Now, stocks or bonds generate dividends or yield, but Bitcoin isn't backed by any physical asset or government guarantee, right? Its value isn't derived from any sort of productive economic activity. Scarcity and market sentiment gives Bitcoin value, which is volatile and unpredictable. That's the argument. The core argument is that Bitcoin's price is not anchored to any fundamental value. It's a speculative and risky investment. So Bitcoin as an investment depends on continued demand rather than underlying economic utility. But have you considered what gives fiat currency its value? Besides, the fact is, one Bitcoin is worth around $108,000 as of right now. Does it make sense to not own a fraction of that today? For those who are high on copium, let me offer you the top 5 ways to cope with not owning any Bitcoin. Number 1, focus on what you can control. It's easy to feel anxious about missing out. But remember that markets are cyclical and opportunities arise on occasion. Instead of dwelling on what you missed, do this: focus on your current financial situation and set realistic goals for the future. Develop a clear investment strategy tailored to your needs. That can help you avoid making emotional decisions driven by FOMO, fear of missing out. Number 2, practice gratitude and perspective. So many people feel they don't have enough Bitcoin, but comparison is the thief of joy. Recognize that the vast majority of people own none at all, and that there will always be someone with more. Practice gratitude for what you do have. You might have some knowledge, you might have other investments. You must have financial stability if you refuse to buy Bitcoin. Shift your mindset. Number 3, avoid unhealthy coping mechanisms. Obsessing over any investment can lead to neglecting other important aspects of life, such as relationships, hobbies, and self care. Healthy coping mechanisms include exercising. You can spend more time with loved ones. Try journaling. You can engage in fulfilling activities, outside of owning the most pristine form of money ever invented. These strategies do help maintain balance and well being. Number 4, educate yourself and learn from mistakes. Understand the market's cyclical nature. Learning from past experiences can reduce anxiety. Reflect on previous financial decisions. Research the fundamentals of investments. Recognize that FOMO has driven many to make poor choices. Education and self discipline are your best defenses against emotional investing. Number 5, set small, achievable steps if you want to participate. If you still want exposure to Bitcoin, consider small, regular purchases, dollar cost averaging, DCA, right? Don't try to time the market or make large, risky bets. Even modest, consistent contributions can add up over time, which can help you feel proactive rather than regretful. That's my time. I got to get back to work. Share this with somebody, retweet on X, subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube or Spotify. You're allowed to make fun of me, only if your jokes are funny and you get my name right. Now, you don't have to do this, but you're welcome to visit my X profile to learn more. So it's not necessary to follow me on X, but now you can follow SAFENEW.MEDIA. Follow at SAFENEW.MEDIA on X. Whatever you decide to do, team up with me to bring about serious advancement for each other. The plan is for our community to share with each other the systems, the processes, and workflows that we're successfully using in order to help each other grow, belong higher, join our self-actualizer community. You can get your copy of the Anti-Impostor podcast starter kit at SAFENEW.MEDIA. That's SAFENEW.MEDIA. What I'm about to tell you next will shock you.
This is not an offer, solicitation of an offer to buy or sell securities. Past performance is not an indication of future results. Investing involves risk and may result in partial or total loss. Prospective investors should carefully consider investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses, and should consult with a tax or legal advisor before making any investment decision.
Before making any investment decision, always do your own research. This is not an offer to the general public for anything. Why? Because we don't need more money. What we're looking for is to trade up the investors we have for a better class of investor, accredited investors only, because this is for multifamily real estate. You don't have to be accredited to buy yourself some Bitcoin. But in this case, to syndicate multifamily real estate, it's easier if we have accredited investors for this. We're improving quality of life at scale for hardworking families. So my partners and I are looking for capital partners, for brokers, for motivated sellers. You can secure your place on our wait list. Go to inveresta.com. When you do, you will receive our investing criteria. This is the data that we use to determine where to invest. Okay, we only invest in emerging markets, but you got to know what that means and how to measure it. Okay, don't lose money investing in the wrong location. What's the most important thing in real estate? Well, there's three: location, location, location. So how do you know what location qualifies as an emerging market? Now, most people tell you to invest in your backyard, which is great if you have a backyard with with good population growth and income growth. But what if your backyard is a terrible location? Avoid losing money in a bad location. Pay attention to the data. Now, there are a ton of data points to be aware of. No one has time to look at all of it, right? All at once. Okay, you have to separate the signal from the noise. So there are 5 data points that matter most. Number 1, population growth. Number 2, median household income. Number 3, median house or condo value. Number 4, change in crime level. And number 5, job growth. Great. What do you do with that? You need to know exactly what percentage of population growth over a specific duration of time. You need to know exactly what percentage of median household income over what duration of time. You need to know exactly what percentage of median house or condo value over a specific duration of time. You need to know what change in crime level to look for. The most important factor is job growth. You need to know exactly what percentage of job growth over what duration of time. So that's what we give away. We give away this data that we use to find emerging markets. And we give it to you for free when you secure your place on our wait list today. Hit me up on our X profile at Inveresta. Retail investors can send me a DM there to let me know what kind of investment opportunities you are looking for. Accredited investors can get in touch with me today. Call my office. Go to inveresta.com. Accredited investors only. This is not an offer or solicitation to the general public. Last thing is I want to invite you to subscribe to Methods of Prosperity newsletter. This is the newsletter that I write for fun. Just like this podcast, I do it for fun. I've heard it called the Billionaire Letters. I like that name, but it's called Methods of Prosperity because I look at methods of how to prosper. This is for anyone who agrees that success leaves clues and it's possible to learn from history. The Methods of Prosperity newsletter is intended to share ideas and build relationships. To become a billionaire, one must first be conditioned to think like a billionaire. To that agenda, this newsletter studies remarkable people in history who demonstrated what to do and what not to do. This week is number 101. You can subscribe for free at SAFENEWMEDIA.com/newsletter. SAFENEWMEDIA.com/newsletter. The new ones go up on Beehive, and I put the whole series up on a Web3 platform called Paragraph. Thanks for making this the most popular live stream on the subject at this hour, broadcasting on X, formerly known as Twitter. Hidden Secrets Revealed Live is a production of Safe New Media, unconventional, diversified, global digital media company devoted to the practice, administration, and dissemination of the ideologies of its founder, moi, yours truly. My name is Sean Allen Fenn. I like you, but don't take my word for it. Decide for yourself.